That I've been noticing in this conversation right now is the interchanging of pronouns.
Yeah.
I think that I've been using he, him, his. You've been using she, her, hers, and I think something that's interesting about, or I think that I want to highlight for people because I know it can be confusing for people who maybe don't know the terminology. In my perspective, Candy is a drag queen, and Candy has some gender fluidity in terms of presentation, but is not necessarily a trans woman.
Right.
I think that though there is an interpretation out there that if someone else was doing the play, that could be that. I think from my interpretation of Candy, I am bringing Candy to my lived experience, which is I am a cisgender man who is a cross-dresser, even when I'm not in drag. I mean, you've seen me at the Big Easy Awards with all my gowns on. And I think that in my interpretation, if there was a broader variety of options available to Candy, in that he would be able to just kind of dress up in a gown in day-to-day life, he would do it no sweat, and also in terms of how I think of the character, I go by any pronouns respectful, even though I still consider myself a cisgender man. And for most of my friends, that's not confusing at all.
Right.
I call all my drag sisters she, her, hers, even when they're out of drag, and
Right.
they do the same for me. But that, this is, at least in this interpretation, in my interpretation, as I read the script, not necessarily the narrative of a trans woman, even though this play might be ripe for that interpretation if a trans actor wanted to pick that up and take it there.